Hello and welcome everyone, how y'all doing? I was rushing to shove a burger in my mouth. I'm gonna get a stomachache at this rate. How are you all doing? Oh, now I need to nurse that soda so that I can settle my stomach, Jesus. Oh, okay. Yes, more Unholy Trinity. And once again, reminding everybody, no streams next week. I'm out of town. That'll be lovely. I need a break. I've actually been doing pretty well lately. High silver. More of these. No, I know what you mean. You just want to see me die. Okay, I never mentioned this last time. I hate that I know exactly what song this is. Abide with me. I do have a religious upbringing, so I have sung the song more than once in my life. Which makes me wonder what denomination the creator has as their background. Okay, that being said, I know I started on chapter 3 last night. What I was thinking is, because I went extra long, and because I wanted to go back to chapter 2 anyway, because I want to get the other ending in the prologue, and we only have 2 more notes. We're only missing 2 more notes. I figured go play this. I wonder what Turbo Times 2 does. Hello, Officer Donk. Hello. How are you, Fuzzy? Is my game too loud? Or is it just this beginning scene? I forgot how slow he travels. You don't think so? Okay. I just think that starting screen is way loud. And our car's on fire. I think that's so funny. So in this chapter, things you do actually give you a score. It's down there at the bottom. So you do have to trigger a bunch of particular events in order to get the full score in this prologue. It's the only part of Trinity that works like that. It's just a normal dude. Well, we're starting with that early. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm gonna go grab a controller real quickly. I really like the vibration function. It freaks the hell out of me. But I think it also drained the battery really fast. See, now the den smells like jalapenos and mustard. The game said the thing. Pesky he who walks behind the rose, right? Uh-oh, I might need to reset the game. I want this to work. And hello, Daidoji. Loading scriptures, blessings, hymns. I saw a star fall from the heaven, and to him who's given the key of the bottomless pit. Okay, cool. Also need to go change this again. This doesn't interrupt it. I'm just gonna plug the controller in. No. Okay. Ah. Son of a bitch. Cool. We did get a leaf right off where we were. Why are you being a little brat? Let me do something. There we go. B. Oh, you're so fast. Wait, did I skip the Mortis? I didn't know you could skip the Mortis message. Burning hail. Destroy the child. Reap what you sow. You know what you did. Oh yeah, and every time after you, I was gonna double check it this time. Oh, come on, stop being a little brat. I should grab a different cable. This one's got a bad short in it. Which is kind of funny because it's the one I've been using for a long-ass time. Did someone vandalism to Mr. Straws? Every time you, you cast out the crop monster, a little bit more of its face vanishes. So we've already got all these notes. But yeah, I'm going to sprint through the second game because we've already seen it. I just want to see the other ending. There were two notes in this prologue I was missing, and that was it. This is such a different chapter. I forgot just how different this chapter is. Oh, that's right. I will not bless you. Now I feel like the game's too quiet. Maybe it's just because I was playing loud things earlier. So that puts us at 6, 7. There's 2 more notes. I think it said, I will not bless your child. Donkey Game Volume both good to me. Good. We are many. I had no choice. I do like this whole side story. It's kind of the really tight narrative type thing that we got from the first entry. Apparently, if you just wait here too long, they kill you. Yeah, the last notes. But there was a whole other ending we didn't get. You are many. I have no voice. And then the one, like, oh, that. Yeah. Honestly, the fact that you can't really understand everything is the scariest part. And that's note 8. So, so 660 of 666. The only way to get the full points true ending is to go finish the ritual that these notes detail about basically lighting the effigy. But there is an entirely different ending. The normal ending, if we follow the child. Oh, she comes back. Find all Chapter 2 prologue endings. What I am about to do has not been approved by the Vatican. Yeah, so you don't get those last 6 points. And then we're going to burn through Chapter 2. There are 2 notes we're missing, and I know where they are. Hey, Penguin. So what I missed from the start of Chapter 2 last night. Oh, you know what? I could just read through Chapter 2. Chapter 2 has some really fucked up endings. Basically, Chapter 2 is doubling down on the, it could have all been in his head. Like, we get a lot of confirmation of, what's his name? John Ward. Of his time in the psych ward. We also find out this is Michael. How are we doing today, Michael? I like to go home. You got to hold on till you get better, Michael.
I need to make you better first. Reviews I meant to be people.
Was the great figure in the first chapter Garcia? Yeah. The blue priest is John Ward. This gray one is Father Garcia. I can't remember his first name. Because there are things that I've seen that I don't believe. I'll even show you this gross piece of shit again. Michael's not doing good. First name Father. It's 2 a.m. Yeah, so you know what we have so far is you are hereby instructed to release Michael Davies from your custody and return him to his home immediately. Yeah, so Garcia was helping Michael there, but they're like, no, head back. Okay, that's just the instructions. You guys ready for the deer jump scare? You ready for the deer? There it is. The current investigation being conducted at Gallup Cemetery by the State of Connecticut Historical Society has been postponed until further notice. In the interim, we ask the public to avoid the cemetery grounds, the surrounding woods, any wildlife, and any unidentified persons roaming the area. Where, dear? Very spooky. Just copy-pasting song lyrics. That's kind of what I figured. Once I got that second line, the so cling to what you know, never let go, I was like, oh, that sounds lyrical. Shook hands with the devil. I looked him in the eye. He looked like a long-lost friend. I relate to that, honestly. Dearest disciple, verily not everyone who says Lucifer, Lucifer shall inherit his kingdom. You must first conjure his demon. You must then serve his demon. You must then walk among the children of men as his demon. Thus shall you receive the blessing of the unspeakable. Return to the safe family tomb whenever you are in need of rest. Gary. Enter the spirit house. And we get just these numb, unrespondent, non-responsive figures. I have the key, but you have to go get my ghosts. And the 4 symbols next to it light up. Weird here, very spooky. You know what's scarier? A were-donk. Right up, left up. Okay. This thing likes to hide in the... Oop. There we go. Losing Grandpa was the hardest thing I ever experienced. We were really close. I cried about it for weeks. Then my stepmom introduced me to some of her friends. They asked me, would you like to see your grandfather again? I missed him so much, I was willing to try anything. That night my stepmom drove me to one of her friends' house. They took me down to the basement. Saw my grandfather in there, only it wasn't actually him. When I tried to run, they closed the basement door and locked me in. I can't remember much else from that night. My stepmom's friends are always coming by the house now. They tell me I have a debt to pay. They say they have work for me to do. Imagine this game comes during the Atari era of games. And thanks to the statues, we know the path to go. Right. Up. Left. Up. Ooh. I've been freed. No more overbearing father turned violent alcoholic. No more hiding my bruises and cuts. No more pills and needles. No more getting laughed at and kicked around. They'll never laugh at me again. By day, my body withers away, but by night my mind explores forbidden worlds of power and knowledge, guided by beings of pure darkness. I have been trusted with secret knowledge of the demon's seal. I have learned the correct conjuring sign, drawing the inverted star along the rocks arranged in 5, first at the top left point and then down. I will lure them into the woods, then I will show them my power. Okay, so that is straight up telling you what to do for the first kind of side trial. Walking in there actually does checkpoint, so can't quite do it yet, though. It was with great sadness that the Sterling community announces the passing of Cindy Martin Marie, 38, and Robert Kimball Martin, 40, devoted husband and wife and beloved parents. Their lives tragically came to an end on September 21st due to an accident in their home. Bob was a training advisor for the United States Navy, and Cindy was a CPA, and more recently, a stay-at-home mother. They were married March 12th, 1969 in Voluntown. Though not particularly religious, they taught their children to be kind, generous, and involved in the community. A public closed casket memorial will be held at Tillinghost Funeral Home at 10 a.m. Thursday. Burial services will proceed shortly after. Bob and Cindy are survived by their daughter Amy and twin boys Nate and Jason. And so that is a note about the family from the first game. Our exorcism target Amy, the Martins, and the twin boys. Step. It is just so good that it steps behind you. Violator. The tombstones look like an old city builder industry building. Oh, yeah, because if you cut it off early, it looks like smokestacks and not the top of it. Tombstone. Nobody was thrilled when I got pregnant. Not even a little happy. Even my doctor seemed to be judging me. Each time I'd leave the doctor's office, I'd see this strange woman across the street. All she'd do is stare at me and smile. No words. Just a big warm smile. Somehow it made those visits a little more bearable. After I lost the baby, I saw her again across the street from the doctor's. Her smile was as big as ever, but somehow not as warm and friendly as I remember. Yesterday I was walking and was shocked to see the woman standing in the middle of the path. Now she was pregnant. She beckoned toward me. I followed her off the path into the woods. That's when I met Gary. Now you miss SimCity. Oh. Thanks. But now I'm bleeding. Because of what that note told us about drawing a pentagram at the rock formation. Ouch. Yeah. Really, really gore. Gore-tastic. We take this down here. Dang it. And that... Oh, wait. Now we get a visitor. Notes. New patient initial consultation. Subject John Thomas Ward. Present Dr. James Spinell, PhD, and 2 orderlies. Subject non-responsive for first half hour, followed by fragmented exorcism narrative. Subject unable to maintain consistency in story, for example stating that Amy was in the basement and then saying she was in the attic. Subject insists incident was the result of demonic possession. Cannot declare subject of sound mind. Will require several more sessions to fully understand subject's mental state. Will advise Martin family attorneys. And that's what's really cool, is I noticed that inconsistency in the first game. And I feel like it was just like a genuine mistake on the creator's part. But I love that they rolled it into the narrative itself. And see, now the statue's back to normal. Oh, but our... Oh, no, I'm bleeding again. I never did that before. I guess if you need to re-up your blood for some reason. And suddenly the missing cemetery appears. You know, that thing never comes back. It is a really well done part, though, because you're like, oh, well, I guess that was a thing, and then you step into the screen and you're like, ah, oh, shit. Any of these trees could be it. The first time I went through, I literally went to every tree and was like, I'm not going to get jumped. She guards the door to underground purgatory. Eye hath not seen her. Children fear her. Confess thy sins. We'll follow that child into the corn maze later. So these candles are the boss of this church. Day 1 of our paranormal investigation into the old Snake Meadow Hill Church. We've got 3 cameras, a box of tapes, and enough beer and beef jerky to last us a week. On our way in, we asked some of the locals about the church. It was mostly the stories we had heard before, evil spirits dragging children into the cornfield and secret tunnels into the chapel. But there was this spindly lady game that we hadn't heard yet. Apparently it has to do with summoning the spirit of a woman who used to take care of the orphans back in the 50s. Oh, that's what the dream is about. There was even an old rhyme they told us. Walk the church from room to room, and maybe you will see her. She will move when you do, but never try to trick her. Awesome. I'm going to try the game tonight as soon as we get settled in. So the thing about these is the candles mark the rooms of the church. One candle is us, one candle is her. If John is a fake priest, does this make it alright to follow children into cornfields? It gets worse. Night 3. Shouldn't have come here. Tape's missing. Lars stuck behind basement door. Henry hasn't come back yet. Can't leave anyway.
Pray for me, Father, for I have sinned. What sins have you done to confess? I tried to save a girl from evil, but my fears overcame me. I turned my back on the ministry, and broke my vows to God. A year later, the girl reached out to me again, but in the end, I couldn't save her. I left her to die. I am sorry for me and my past sins. Thou hast said will. Here is my penance. Bring the child to me, preferably sent of contrition, and thou shalt have the peace thou seekest. Give thanks to the Lord for him good, for his mercy endures forever.
I told you it gets worse. Oh, and she's the room next to us. Night 1. We still haven't found a way into the basement, but we found something just as cool. A secret passage in the old confession booth leading to this hallway. Henry's going into town to buy a crowbar. We'll see if we can't get these boards out of some of these doors. But that's not even the best part. We got an EVP. Can't hear it on the tape very well, but to us it kind of sounded like laughing. Thank God we brought the nice mic. We'll reveal it on the sound gear once we get back into town. Is she gonna end up in the same room with us again? No, she's next door. She's behind us. We get these pretty stained glass windows. This one was just terrifying because it's the demon that was possessing Amy. And this one I still can't parse. Night 2. We're gonna be rich. We've got supernatural stuff on camera before, sure. Doors opening on their own, things falling off shelves. Nothing like this. Tonight, while we were trying some Spindly Lady game again, one of the candles on the floor lit up by itself as soon as Lars walked into the room. It was nuts, and we got it all on film. I'm gonna make a fortune selling this to the TV station. Nope, she just traded rooms with us this time. Oh, now she's way over there. And that's to tell you to, like, pay attention to the candles. Ooh, maybe we can catch her in the church again. I don't think she goes through doors, though. Yeah, no. Are we gonna end up in the... Would you get out? Oh now you're back in the church. Ugh. Did I do this? Yeah, I just never actually looked at it. I don't know why, but it opening that time got me for once. Where are you going? Shit. If you double back on yourself too much, she kills you instantly. Wait, but where are you going now? Are you gonna stay in that room for once? There we go. Now that there's only one lit. Zelda BS bullshit? What? Alright. Shouldn't have come here. Tape's missing. Lash stuck behind basement door in here and he hasn't come back yet. Oh, wait. I remember what 11 is. Zelda boss. I'm tired, plus big claws. Now that the haunting entity is gone. Well, you helped me. You're a bad man. I had to come back. I had to walk through the corn one last time. Wasn't sure what I would find. The dogs, the children, the thing that took them. It'd been 5 years. Couldn't even find the little graves anymore. I just walked in the field until I found that stupid grinning scarecrow. As I listened to the night wind blowing through the crops, it was like the scarecrow was mocking me. I turned around to go back, and that's when I heard it behind me. Well, it was more like I felt it. Didn't dare turn around, we just stood there. Me, the scarecrow, and the doomed child. Finally, I mustered up a tiny bit of courage and turned to look. It immediately fled in the opposite direction, crashing through the rows of corn. I ran too. What little I saw of it drained my blood from my face and made my skin crawl. I say it because whatever I was looking at didn't have a face, just a bloody gaping hole. So, as long as we don't look at it, it'll follow us. Where are you taking me? Why do you sin? Help with think bird. Yeah. Just got all kinds of bad angles on that. Oh no, you're going too fast. It's like, buddy, I need you to come in at a different speed here. Did you just take a young one into a confession booth? Yeah. Subject is suffering from delusion. In John's mind, he plays the role of a hero sent by God to protect the innocent. In order to escape the consequence of his actions, he has created his own reality. In order for everything to make sense, he needs to believe in the evil spirits and paranormal occurrences. I recommend an in vivo approach until we can get John to accept the truth. For the love of God, please have Miss Martin transferred to another facility. Somehow John knows that she is in here with him. Hello, Calusia Corgi. How are you? Red flag. Yeah, no. It bad. It bad. Hey, Purple Ringtail. How are you? Darkness surrounds thee. This is my final memoir, hastily scribbled on a page of the good book. I now descend the staircase, knowing full well that she waits for me ahead. Checking my old watch has revealed something quite astonishing. Time doesn't change down here as we know it on the surface. Even now, the hands don't move past 2 o'clock. God's work be done. I have been to where only the faintest lights shine and protect from things unspeakable. God help me, Father Clark, a foolish old man going mad in this dark prison, ears bleeding from the screams of the demon. Dying, leveling Astro. So this one, I ended up taking a picture of it because it's the answer to the next room. If you step on the wrong symbol, yeah, makes the not good happen. So if you know where you can start from, you can follow a path. Get out of here. Mother of Demons. So you're going chomky like me. You're the chomkiest. I feel like you should sleep, but too worried of waking up too late. Second deer scare. Three murdered in latest wave of ritualistic killings, Sterling, Connecticut. The bodies of 3 young people were discovered in the woods outside of Sterling last night, in what authorities are calling a ritualistic murder. Sandra Atwood, Angel Nogales, and Troy Ingles are the names of the unfortunate victims who were apparently stabbed multiple times and beheaded before being killed in a paganistic ritual. Pandemonium Regna. Oh. It's a little bit of Latin snuck in there to be like, this isn't a normal article. 2 of the victims' bodies Two of the victims' bodies were also partially burned, although authorities would not specify who. The bodies were found several miles from Gallup Cemetery, where residents reported a tomb had been desecrated. They also found trails of blood leading off into the woods. Investigators would not comment on whether or not these two incidents could be related. The arrangement of the bodies in a ritualistic pattern, as well as the writing of certain symbols in blood, matches the style of several murders that have occurred in the Sterling area since 1986. The killings may be connected with last week's brutal slaying of Amy Martin, a 17-year-old girl, by John Ward. Ward had impersonated a priest to gain Amy's trust before luring her into the woods and killing her. Investigators are asking residents to report any suspicious activity to the police. Authorities are urging the people of Sterling to not mourn the loss of Atwood, Nogales, and Ingles because, after all, they were degenerate devil-worshipping thugs who were hooked on crack and cocaine and hated their parents. Why even conduct an investigation at all? That's what you would like to think, wouldn't you, John? They were just three pathetic outcasts who got what they deserved. You actually did the community a favor when you found them getting high in that tomb. You stalked them through the graves and killed them one by one. You ignored their cries for help, their pleas for mercy. You put holes in their ruined, drug-addicted bodies and then chopped off their heads because everybody knows that removing the head is the only way to kill a snake. Well, guess what, John? You didn't kill the snake. John, you cannot kill what cannot be killed. Thou shalt not raise up what thou canst not put down again. Thou couldst not kill Amy. Thou shalt not destroy my works, for they are the works of the eternal dragon. Even now as she is at thy door, her hand is at thy throat, yet you see her not. I will have her soul, for I am the god of this world. I'm here, John. Good, because one day we'll bump bellies as a high five. About all we can bump. Could go for it. Oh, there's an arrow saying go back down. I need the truck, though. Okay, cool. I was gonna try to get the achievement for it, but game said no. So evil now. We're something. Oh, you have to kill at least one of them. Fine, whatever. Looks like the Trinity I pissed off when I sprayed it with Febreze. Candy tunnels! Yay! I love candy. Death awaits. Undertale genocide route. Eye closed. Eye open. Multiple officers wounded, one dead in sewer tunnel shootout. Law enforcement officials are reporting multiple officers down, including one deputy who was fatally wounded after an exchange of gunfire in the sewer tunnels near Snake Meadow Hill Road, also known as the Candy Tunnel. Witnesses say they heard the shots approximately 10 minutes after police raided the tunnels, where suspected murderer John Bowman, aka the Candy Store Killer, was alleged to be hiding. At this time, it is not known how many officers have been wounded, although it has been confirmed that one officer has been killed. Officials are not saying if Bowman was wounded in the exchange, and efforts are being made to recover the casualties from the tunnels. Looks like the tarantula pissed off when I sprayed it with Febreze. Satin lives. Two more dead discovered outside Candy Tunnel near Sterling. Two more bodies have been recovered from the drainage ditch under Snake Meadow Hill Road outside Sterling. The notorious Candy Tunnel, known in the area to be a home of addicts, gangs, runaways, and the indignant, has been the site of several grisly discoveries over the past 3 months. Since May, 5 bodies have been recovered from the drainage ditch leading to the tunnels. Authorities are being pressed by concerned citizens to search the tunnels, amid fears of a possible connection to Joe Bowman, aka the Candy Store Killer, who has claimed 8 victims in Connecticut and Rhode Island over the past year. Aki! Read. When you see it, don't move. Well, jeez. No, I am gonna take a little bit of a break while that goes off. I need to refill my water anyway. I will be right back. Ain't a while. What's your first order as the new stinky leader? Keep the neighbors awake. I'll just let you outside then. I'm sure your barking will do the job. Here's one of the notes I was missing for a long time. When I was a boy, my nana used to tell me old legends about the dragons, trolls, and demons that lived up in the mountains of Norway. In those old tales, the people were never strong enough to kill the monster, so instead they would sacrifice one of their own to appease it, keep it satisfied. It was like a deal with the devil. One sacrifice per year, so that the beast would not come down from the mountain and slaughter the entire village in one night. There was no candy store killer. What we're dealing with is not even human. When I got separated from the other officers, I saw the damn thing dragging what was left of the Jenkins down into that lair. That's when I understood. The bums and the tweakers, the ones with grid, and the child prostitute runaways, they'll eventually come back to the tunnels. They always do. You can have them, for all I care. Nobody wants them around. They may be that thing. And I tell you what, I hope to God it never gets tired of them. This is as far as I'll go to hide my stash. Nobody goes past the first pipe. Nobody except those strange people with their bodies painted red and their eyes like animals. Twice a month they come and pass right through into the deeper tunnels. Sometimes I can hear them yelling or chanting. Sometimes I hear something like an old woman laughing. Sometimes I hear things that aren't even human. Whatever they are, they sound really, really big.
I will not lie to bless you, child.
Oh, that jumped me. I'd never gotten that note before, so I, was not expecting it. But yeah, those were the two notes I'd always been missing. Yeah, 21 and 22. 6 rester farther ahead. Good morning. Hi, Scrat. I'm sorry, God. Please save me. Please stop that. You gave me chills. What endings do we get the chapter 2 so far? We've got all of them. There's technically 5, because there's 3 for the normal game. And there's 2 for the prologue chapter. Wow, don't you spawn next to me. That was rude. Oof. No, actually, I can't. I don't know where you are. Oh, no.
the children. Here I come.
Oh no.
Sure you can't catch me.
There we go.
Be your bike forever.
Yeah, there's 3 endings for the main game. 2 of which are just kind of variations for each other, whether or not you keep Father Garcia alive. The third one that we're gonna get this time is considerably more fucked up. And definitely not canon for continuing into the third volume.
It's locked.
How many notes am I missing? 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let me double check. Oh, that's right. There's a bunch afterwards. Okay, oh yeah. They hate the light. I don't like this room. Eh. You can get them all, like, behind you. It's a lot easier to deal with them. And this note you only get if you do all 3 of those secret quests. And it locks you into the third ending. Well done, thou good and faithful servant. We shall visit thee soon.
Here I am. I need to win. Don't be afraid, son. Where 2 or 3 are gathered in God's name, there will he be also. We can banish this demon together. You must 91st Sun. Let us go.
Hello, Drina. Thank you so much for your raid, and welcome, raiders. I am Tinky101, the Donquo plays video games. And we're finishing up the last note collection of Chapter 2.
Yes, it's true what happened to Abby. You are no murderer, God. There is not much you could have done. But maybe now her soul is at rest. Let us go.
More teeth. We're going to see a lot of those in this last room, I promise.
I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him I will trust. I shall not be afraid of the terror in the night, nor the evil that walketh in darkness. I shall behold the reward of the wicked, because I have made the Lord my refuge. There shall no evil befall me, for He shall give His angels charge over me. They shall bear me up in their hands, and I shall tread upon the serpent. Because I have set my love upon Him, therefore will He deliver me. He will deliver me in trouble. He will deliver me and honor me. Vatebus mitsachana exoti domine pari. Vatebus mitsachana exoti domine pari. Vatebus mitsachana exoti domine pari.
What happens if Garcia dies here? You get a slightly different ending. Hey, baby. God, she's terrifying. Ooh, no. Oh, Drina, thank you so much for using your subscription over here. See? Don't you go after Father Garcia. No. Stop it. Hey, he lived through it. That was close. I can't believe I did that without dying. The morning breaks. That was 23. John, I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry. We'll always love you back, Molly. That should be 24. See?
I'm not going in there.
Yeah, whether Garcia lives or dies dictates the first two endings, and they're just slight variations of each other. This is ending 3, that is significantly different. Release form. Subject John Thomas Ward. Date of release, the 31st of October 1986. This form certifies that the subject is hereby released from the care after having completed their required counseling and treatment to my satisfaction, with confidence that they are ready to resume their normal daily activities as a mentally stable member of society. Dr. James Spinell, PhD. Existing conditions, mild anxiety, acute coulrophobia, which is apparently the fear of clowns.
I'm not going in there.
And that is the creepiest thing from the glyph room and the final boss. Initiation. Yeah, that's the secret ending. Oh, don't give me this shit. There you go. All 35 notes. Finally. So with chapter 1 completely done, and chapter 2 completely done, let's restart on chapter 3. Show needles for Dinah? I don't know what that means. I want to Google that real quick. Oh, we're gonna turn it on. It just shortens one scene, or gets rid of one scene. So this one starts in the past. Because remember, he was released October 3rd. So this is before that whole thing. So the reason it sounds all muffled is because this is the past. This is a memory. Yeah, freedom of control. See, now it's showing the church. I hate these sounds. And he actually ends up following us. This is just the how. I love this part because once again, there's that confusion. John claims, "Oh, she was in the basement," but then we did this in the attic, like moments later. So in this flashback, we're in the basement and we step into this room, and we're in the attic, but we're not. Give us a little bit of unreliable narrator for John. And this game works very different from the first two. October 28th, 1987. 3 days until the profane Sabbath. John, we don't have much time. The profane Sabbath is almost upon us. If they find Nate and Jason, they will perform a ritual on them to call forth a demon of unspeakable power. The name of the demon is Malphus. I am in the process of discovering their whereabouts. I will contact you again soon. We must not let them do to the boys what they did to Amy, Father Garcia. So the first time you hear Malphus is actually in the second game. We didn't get that note because of the ending we got. But in the good ending, where you keep Garcia alive, he leaves you a note that ends up on your doormat. AKA just in the next room over here. Where he tells you, like, yeah, exactly like this. And it happens in the second game. And that's where he brings up, like, this cult's still going. I'm trying to look up at the name of the demon. I think it's Malphus. Or I think in the bad ending he doesn't know the name. In the good ending he does know the name. John, I can't find Nate or Jason Martin in the state foster care system. It's possible that, after what happened last year, they went to live with their relatives. I'll try to find out what I can. Meanwhile, go investigate the clinic where Amy worked. We must find the place where they intend to summon Malphus and disrupt their plans. Vaya con Dios, Father Garcia. Let me do just one little thing here. These games really are good. No, that's just the, yeah. And so what's weird is, like, he wouldn't go down here in the second game. It's just a normal unfinished basement laundry machine. Should probably fix those leaks, John. And what's really cool is we can go keep on our neighbors some. I think it's a child with a ball. Took me a second to parse that. And I think this family's watching the same program. Can't really tell what's going on, though. Not me, anyway. Too few pixels on that rotoscoping. So this works in a series of investigations. So day one, we're following the no, we need to go check out the clinic where Amy worked. This ain't no place for you, preacher. Yeah, this is the clinic. This pink building. Beazle Fest, 1987. 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Featuring appearances by When All Is Said and Done, Trust No Corpse, The Honor Is Dead, Basement 2, Return to Bondage, Among the Bloodied, Lying Still in Silence, Mother of Shadow, and The Door to Afterbirth. Facts. To Rhonda Erickson from our villain, Gary Miller. Can we get run over? Oh, I am absolutely sure we can. Because you could get run over in the first two games. Hi, Rhonda. Just a couple of reminders